Sorry, had to wake you up. I'm Raccoon. Today we'll be reviewing an original character. Yeah. Just so you know how this works, I'm going to rate the character on 3 points. 1 is appearance, 2 is the basics and the personality, and 3 is the backstory. And at the end of that all, I'll average the ratings and give a final rating out of 5 possible points. If you're 5, you're great. I don't even know why I reviewed. Anyways, so exactly 1 year later, I'll hunt the character down and see how they have or have not developed since my review. What is an original character? Skip this if you know. An original character, or OC, is a fictional character created by a person intended for use in some sort of original storyline. Or not original storyline. That would be a fan character. I only drew human and humanoid characters here because I'm really bad at drawing animals, but your character can be anything. A guitar, I don't know, a robot, whatever. It's up to your imagination. My voice is kind of boring. Yeah. But I'll try to make this as entertaining as I can for you. Today! That might have been too entertaining. Today! Okay, forget it. Today I'm going to be reviewing the OC, Kitty! Kitty! Her name is actually Felina. Anyways, so we'll start with the appearance. Right off the bat, I noticed that she has a very restricted color palette. I personally have a very restricted color palette as well, but we're not going to talk about that. Anyways, what I'm saying is, especially for main characters of yours, when working on their design, it's important that you take color theory into consideration. Color theory is something that I suck at, so I'm going to let someone who's better at art explain it for me. I'll add some links in the description for that. But for now, I would suggest experimenting with riskier hues that you wouldn't normally put on your character, just to see what she looks good in. You might find that she looks good in, I don't know, orange. Yeah, orange. Anywho, personally, I am very lazy. So when I'm looking for color palettes, I like to Google a random noun, scroll down Google Images as quickly as possible, and it'll make a perfect color palette for me. It doesn't work every time, I'm just saying. I'm just a little lazy. Anywho, so while stalking her profile, I discovered that Kitty has a section on her profile that explains her usual clothing. It reads, a dark blue sweater with gray sweatpants, a white and blue striped scarf, and sometimes socks to match. Otherwise, nothing on the feet. Instead of describing her singular outfit, maybe you should build upon a theme. For example, I noticed that Kitty likes to wear a lot of blue and gray. From there, you can give her a bigger wardrobe with bigger options. But if you still want like a home base for her clothing choices, you could always keep a defining article of clothing to strengthen her character. And I say that because it's a quirk. She always wears the blue and white striped scarf. That's an example of a quirk that's used in her wardrobe. Anyhow, focus on the defining characteristics that will make people recognize your character as yours. I recommend working on keeping a consistent face, especially eye shape for her, or using more vibrant and daring colors when experimenting with her clothing choices. Also, a bit of an artistic touch. I think her eyes might look better blue because green, the shade of green that's used in her eyes currently, clashes a bit with the blue. The blue of her ears and nose and stuff. So for appearances, I rate her appearance a 2.5 out of 5 possible points because I still think there's more that can be added to her design to make it more unique. So next we're going to talk about her personality, because that's what shapes the individual ultimately, correct? Correct. Yes. So the first thing I noticed when I was scanning her stats was that she had a section that said mental illnesses, depression, anxiety, and bipolar. As people get to know your character and experience her moods through your work, they'll begin to notice a trend in Kitty's actions and will come to their own conclusions about Kitty's experiences as she conquers different chapters of her life. Perhaps you could hint at these mental illnesses within her personality description and let the reader's imagination flow rather than boldly stating them. So like, indirectly say, yo, Kitty got problems. So, Kitty is very shy around new people. She tends to move away from them or shut them out. But she opens up to her friends as a loud, happy, bubbly, and lively individual. This is realistic because I am the same. I feel like many other people, including myself, can relate. So far, so good. The only problem I have with her personality description I can't talk. The only problem I have with her personality is that it was stated in her strengths category that she was a really fast learner, but later stated in her weakness category that she's forgetful and not very smart. This contradicts itself, so perhaps you could come to a compromise that she's not academically smart, but is very sharp and perceptive, aware of her surroundings and good at understanding others, or vice versa. So it seems like Kitty has a lot of problems with confidence as I read on. She doesn't believe in herself. She constantly questions her abilities and she gets really anxious. I hope to see her blossom somewhere in her storyline into a more confident, independent, and positive character. Because all good main characters or heroes experience an important turning point during their story and transform into a better individual, so I hope to see an improvement for Kitty if her story is being worked on. If she's a roleplay character, develop her in roleplay. Do whatever. Yeah. So, to conclude, what makes Kitty worth remembering? Why should I remember Kitty? In her current state, she's very self-destructive and difficult to approach by others. Think about that for a bit. I don't want to build too much on a character that I don't own, but think about it. For now, I rate her personality a 3 out of 5 possible points because it's well overall, but I'm not really compelled to her character. Next, I will be reviewing her backstory. So, I never directly stated this, but Kitty is an Undertale fan character. And I know nothing about Undertale. So perhaps I guess it'll help me making this review a little more objective, thanks to me not being biased towards any of the actual Undertale characters. So from what I'm getting, Kitty is missing her father figure. Her father's not dead, but he's not really present because he works at the Royal Guard. So Kitty's born and raised in Waterfall. Due to her shyness, she doesn't do well socially, and she drops out of school and moves away. I wouldn't personally want to see a character drop out of school so early, but this event seems pretty essential to her backstory, and it can potentially be a touching element if manipulated correctly. So, we'll keep that. I think that's pretty cool. So Kitty and her mother, Olivia, move to a house in Snowdon, where Kitty develops a little bit and begins to open up to the townspeople there. Because she has to, because she knows nobody. So she makes friends with Papyrus, and then she gets a part-time job at Grillby's where she becomes acquainted with Sans. That's cool. She's not dating them, she's not marrying them. Even if she did, I wouldn't have much of a problem with it, just because everybody can have their character. I don't see a problem with doing what she wants. But for clearance, she's just friends with them. So it then says in her backstory that she only works on the days that the dogs aren't there because she does not like dogs. I don't know how to feel about this part. I get it. She's a cat, they're dogs, but this is a job and she's working and she's getting paid to do this. So I think she should have a moment to face her fears and overcome her disliking for dogs. Perhaps this courageous moment will be an eye-opener for her that gives her the little boost of confidence that she needs to gain ambition. Ambition is a great starting point for any character, ever. So, see what you could do to find Kitty's ambition, her purpose. So later on in her story, her mother leaves her because she wants to be with her father. So she moves back to Waterfall. It doesn't make much sense considering that Kitty has mental illnesses, but I don't know. I think perhaps her mother could move back to Waterfall for a more urgent reason, forcing Kitty to choose between going back with her mother or staying in Snowdon with her friends Papyrus and Sans. And we're back, and I was right. That's a first. So, she has an average score of 3.2 out of 5. Now, I'm gonna say I'm extremely critical. And I'm still working on my character development as well, because my characters are nowhere near perfect. So yeah, keep on working. You'll get there. I like Kitty. I think she's a perfect starting point. Just keep on developing, keep on loving her, keep on doing what you do, keep on drawing her, keep on changing her, and keep your mind open to new suggestions. And we'll see where she goes in a year. So my final thoughts, Kitty's nice. She's really nice. I like her, but she's pretty ordinary. Add a spark to her that will compel your readers and make them want to know more about her. Yay! Thank you for watching. Thanks for staying with me for this, what, like 12 minutes? I don't know. I can't tell time. Anyways, yeah. Bye!